Asè Axé Ashé, and welcome to Storytime, where I share my retellings and readings of the timeless tales of the Orisha. I am Ashley, your Orisha storyteller and guide through the rich mythology and folklore of the Orisha. It is my hope that these stories uplift you when you're feeling down, expand your perspective, and strengthen your Ashe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. I call this one when Ochosi was betrayed by his brother. I actually translated this story from Portuguese to English. You can find this story in Mitología de los Orishas by Reginaldo Brandi. This story is so juicy, y'all. You ever see somebody just get everything that they want? And not far behind that person is somebody who's smiling in their face like they're happy for what this person has, knowing good and well this person is not happy for the blessings that their loved one has received at all. Ochosi was going hunting one day, and before setting out on his hunting expedition, he decided to go consult a Babalawo who instructed him that he needed to offer an ebo to Eshu and advised him never to drink alcohol and always be cautious with the people around him because he told him alcohol and jealousy would be his downfall. But Ochosi was in a rush and he wasn't really paying attention to what the diviner said. He really just wanted the diviner to tell him what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear that this would be a successful hunting expedition, things would work out in his favor, he'll be fine. And once he heard that, he really kind of drowned out everything else and wasn't really paying attention to the fact that Ebo still needed to be made to Eshu. So Ochosi goes out hunting, telling themselves what people tell themselves whenever they go for a divination and the Babalao or whoever's divining for them gives them advice. They kind of put it off to the side and they think, well, you know what, I can just do it later. And that's exactly what Ochosi does. So as he's hunting, he spots three deer just resting peacefully in the shade. And he's like, huh, I knew this was going to be a good day. I'm happy I paid that Babalao. He was right. This is a very profitable hunt for me. So just as he was about to shoot his arrows, the deer transformed into three beautiful women. Ochosi dropped the arrow because he like, man, I ain't never seen a woman that fine in my life. I don't know what's going on here. But I think it's gonna be lucrative for me to get a better look. So Ochosi hid while he watched the women who had transformed from deer roll their deer skins up and hide them under the iroko tree. And then he sees them head into the market. So Ochosi goes over to the iroko tree where they hid these skins and he takes them, he picks them up and he goes and hides them somewhere else. Then he goes and walks into the market. When Ochosi gets to the market, he finds the three women and he greeting them and talking to them like he know them. Like he's just very intimate with them. And these women are very kind of taken back like this. Like imagine a man coming up to you and just talking to you like he know you, putting his arm around you, whispering in your ear, and you don't know this man from anything. So just as the sisters are about to get offended, Ochosi whispers in their ear, don't make a big deal out of this, 'cause I could tell everybody what I seen in the woods. And they all looked at him shocked. And Ochosi like, man, I ain't even that kind of man. I wouldn't even have came up to you if I didn't have the best intentions for you. And the sisters, they see Ochosi. One of the sisters whisper, man, you know who this is? And the other sister like, yeah, I know who it is, but I'm not impressed. I don't like the way he acting. And Ochosi's like, look, don't even be like that. I want y'all to marry me. I'm gonna take good care of you. They all kind of looking at each other and they like, you know what, I really was kind of feeling him. No, I really like the way he did it, but I do like him. Y'all know how when you first meet somebody, you kind of got your pros and your cons, and they all have their pros and they all have their cons. So they say, you know what, Ochosi, we'll marry you, but we have some conditions. First condition is you cannot tell anybody about our animal origins. It's, we have to respect each other's taboos. The other one is my sister can't eat okra or no, she can't see okra when it's being prepared. My other sister cannot see water being spilled on the ground, and I cannot bear to have firewood thrown at my feet. Yeah, their taboos were a little weird, but Ochosi Ode said, I am happy to do all of that. I don't have no problem with none of that. You don't have to worry about seeing nobody cook no okra, baby. We ain't even gonna eat no okra. You don't have to worry about no water being spilled on the ground. You don't have to worry about nobody throwing firewood, baby. I'm gonna get the firewood and put it where it belongs. The sisters happily agreed to marry Ochosi. And the beautiful thing about it is they never regret their decision at all. He takes great care of all three of his wives. They are very loving and hardworking. Ochosi is very hardworking. He's often off doing his hunting and things. Their kids are very happy and strong. Ochosi Ode is happy. His wives are happy. His children is happy. But his brother, when Ochosi first brought three women home, his brother was kind of like, oh, this is going to be interesting. I know Ochosi always getting himself into trouble. This is going to be fun to watch. But as time progressed and there never was any trouble and everybody's happy and things getting along cool, calm, and copacetic, the brother kind of knew that, like, damn, everything really working out for him. His brother, Ochosi's brother, also knew that Ochosi had a taboo against alcohol and jealous people. But Ochosi brother don't really think he jealous. But Ochosi's brother's wife, oh, she's jealous. She look at Ochosi wives and wish she had the clothes they did, wish her hair was as thick as theirs, because you know God ain't gave her no edges. I ain't never seen a jealous woman with some edges, baby. And she was one of those just bitter, sour, mean, ugly women. Always complaining, always bitter, always having something to say about everybody else's business and nothing to say about her own. She saw that her husband kind of felt a little way about his brother always being the one to win and come out on top. And so she goes and she started ear hustling with her husband. Oh, well, you know, it's not fair that he always has all these blessings and you're the bigger brother. You know, you should have three wives, but you only just have one. He's like, well, honey, I love you. I'm happy with you. And she's like, yeah, but you know, when a man really have wealth, he have more than one wife. It's just a sign that you're not doing as well as you thought you would be doing. Look at how good your brother's doing. And she's always whispering in his ear, just little, you know. So one night she's like, honey, why you don't just go in and go drinking with your brother? And Ochosi's brother's like, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I ain't really seen my brother in a minute. I'm gonna chill with him. And she's like, you know, why don't you ask him about how he got his wives? Because if he is that lucky, maybe you could be that lucky too. So Chelsea brother get a bottle of palm wine, go over to his brother's house and sipping drinks with his brother. He knows it's taboo for his brother to really drink like that. And Ochosi doesn't think much of it because it's not like he out drinking in the streets. He's with his brother. Of course, he shouldn't have to be wary or be watchful of him drinking with his brother. He doesn't really think it's a big deal. But Ochosi gets really drunk. And his brother starts asking him all kind of secrets and making all kind of jokes. And Ochosi Ode spills these secrets. When Ochosi brother get back home, he spills the tea to his wife, and his wife don't take no time putting a plan into action. As soon as Ochosi leaves to work, she comes over for a visit, holding a big basket of okra. She don't say anything. She walks right into the kitchen and starts preparing the okra. So when the sister walk in and she see the okra being prepared, she just runs back out. And she's not even able to ask, like, what are you doing here? I don't remember you saying you was coming over today. So when the second sister is about to go up to her and be like, hey, what are you doing here? I don't remember you saying you coming over here today. She literally is in the backyard and drops a pile of firewood at the woman's feet. So the woman looks down, it just runs off. So the third sister says, well, I'm gonna go ask her. As soon as the third sister goes to ask her, their sister-in-law drops a pot of water at her feet. With all three women ready about to go and boo her up and fight her, She holds out the deer skins and starts yelling so everybody in town could hear that these women ain't nothing but a bunch of animals. They live in the forest. They not even good enough and shouldn't even be living around people. The Ochosi wives are so hurt and so angry and so offended because they know there's only one way their sister-in-law could have got this information. They don't even have a conversation with their husband. They grab they deer skins, they grab their children, and they leave. They abandon his home forever. So when Ochosi gets home and he sees his wife's not there, and he take a deeper look and realize they gone, he goes to his brother to cry, and he hears his brother's wife laughing about how her husband got his brother drunk and he got all the information and she got rid of them women for good. Ochosi is hurt. And while he's walking home, he realizes, because you have that moment where you hurt and you angry, you like, damn, what did I do to deserve this? What could I have done to fix this? The thought pops into his head, you could have gave Eshu his ebel. You could have made the necessary sacrifices to Eshu. Ochosi became more and more and more desperate, more and more and more angry, because the one person he never thought would betray him was his brother. The one person that he thought his happiness was safe in the hands of was his brother. And deep, deep, deep in his heart, that little bud of envy and rage and a need for revenge started to grow until one day Ochosi stood up, picked up his bow and arrow, and shot his brother clean in the heart. And Ochosi looked at his brother as he was taking his last breath and said, I just did to you what you did to me. This story, it really shook me the first time I read it, because I was like, you know about the relationship with Ochosi and his brother. You know Ochosi values his brother. And to think the one person that he really would trust more than anybody ends up being the source of his demise. You gotta watch who you trust, baby. You gotta watch who you trust. Have you ever been betrayed by a sibling or somebody that you loved and you thought your happiness was safe in the hands of? I hope you enjoyed this story. The resources used today can be found at theasheshop.com. You can also pay us a visit where you can register for classes, book a session with me, and discover our selection of spiritual bath and body products. Thank you for visiting the Asè Shop. Asè, Asè, Ashe. Oh.